Snap is back. Great protection.
Welcome in, everybody, to First and 10. I'm Nicole Hutchison, joined by the one and only, one of the offensive linemen, Tyler Smith. Tyler, first off, I'm so glad to, get to know you on a different level. I'm excited. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it.
No problem at all. Thank y'all for having me here.
All right, listen, you're back home, going on year 2. How's it just been for you heading into year 2, or really in the middle of the season so far?
I mean, it's been great. Honestly, the first year moves extremely fast, as I'm sure a lot of people know. But I learned a lot in my first year, obviously, just looking at stacking this second year. But, I was happy to, be able to come home, play in front of my friends and family.
Such a dominant first rookie season last year in 2022. Just talk about the expectations you had heading into this season.
I mean, obviously, for me, my biggest thing was just about getting better. Obviously, there was some, there was a little bit of a gray area in terms of, where I play, what position I play, but, I don't let those things really affect me. I was just like, let me, wherever I am, get better, contribute as much as I can.
Let's kind of backtrack to last year. You played 99% of the offensive snaps, finished the 25th rated tackle your rookie season. Is that something that you expected your first year?
I mean, it was a crazy year because when I came in, they talked to me. They were like, we foresee you playing more guard. Yeah. So I was, all the training camp, I trained at guard, and then unfortunately, Tyron got injured at the conclusion of training camp. So I knew it would be on me from there to really attack my preparation and really learn as much as I could. But I was fortunate to have the room I did. JP helped me, Jason Peters, Zach helped me, Tyron, Aviante Collins, like Terrence Steele, like Biotish, all those guys really, formed around me and helped me.
What were some of those conversations like with Terrence and Tyron and all those guys really kind of helping you learn both positions, really? I
mean, at first, it all started with my set. Like, I talked to JP a lot about my set. I was like, man, like, what stance should I take? Because we were, we set more vertical last year. So I'm like, what stance should I take, bro? He was like, whatever stance is comfortable for you to get back. And I'm like, I had to learn what get into a spot means. Like, people used to tell me, hey, get to your spot, get to your spot. I'm like, what are they talking about? Like, I'm like, aren't I kicking to him? And it's like, I learned some of the idiosyncrasies of playing offensive tackle in the league, like getting off the ball as fast as possible, being the fastest man off the ball to just put myself in positions to be successful. And then, like, I asked Zach, I'm like, hey, where do I put my, or Zach or Tyron, like, where do I put my hands? Like, how should I punch? Because, like, I used to kind of punch with my elbows flaring, and, like, that's something that detracts from your power. So they're like, just tighten your elbows, like, keep your hands close, and strike them, first significant touch. And there's so many of those just small things throughout the year that just really helped me, like, just stack and be successful.
For you, what's the difference between playing inside and outside, and the most challenging part of being able to go from one position to the other?
I think one thing I had to learn to understand was things happen faster on the inside. Like, your scope of vision is a little bit smaller. The time that you need to react is much quicker, so you have to be on top of stuff, and you really got to be keyed in with your center. But I also have to communicate with my tackle as well. That was another side of it. That I used to be the tackle, tapping my guard, like, hey, like, bro, what's going on? Like, what's happening? Because it's very loud. Like, some games are very loud. So just being demonstrative in my communication, things like that. And then that tackle, you're on more of an island. Like, your scope of vision is wider, so you can see how things that are happening in the defensive backfield will affect, like, the front line or whatever. So you can kind of get your guys a key. But your feet have to be, you have to be a little bit more free with your feet. You got to be quicker to your spot because you're trying to, like, cut off lanes and all these different type of things. And that's just kind of some of the, like, a small, very dumbed down version of how the differences are, some of the differences that you'll encounter.
I'm glad you kind of touched on communication. Right. I know you have a Tyler Biotish right next to you on one side, Tyron Smith on the other. Is there any time, has there ever been a time that it's been so loud and you guys are like, Tyler, whoa, what? Like, what's going on type of thing, miscommunication?
I think the first drive of the Cardinals game, actually, like, we had a delay, and that's this year, but it was literally so loud in there that, like, people, like, we were trying to talk. We're like, hey, like what's going on? You right next to the man next to you. And sometimes you'll just hear him, like, like, saying something to you, and you're just looking at his mouth, and you're like, I can't hear a word he's saying. And you're like, I'm just moving the ball. But, like, things do happen like that, but we're pretty good on the names. Like, they'll call me Sis or or like something like that, and then they'll call Tyron like T, and then Biotis will be like badass, like call him badass, like, hey badass, like. And so we have ways to kind of circumvent that, but that is interesting because I've never played on the line with somebody that's the same name as me, so it does get confusing in meetings. If coach is like, Tyler, you gotta like second step. I'll be like, yes sir. He's like, I'm not talking to you. I'm like, oh my bad. Like,
that's pretty hilarious because there's Nicole. I'm Nicole. Then there's a Nick Harris. Then there's a Nick Eatman. Then there's a Nikki also in the office. So we think it's pretty funny as well. Just talk about last week's game against the 49ers. I know you guys are ready to put that to bed, but now you guys are getting the reps as an offensive line. Just how much are you looking forward to kind of really getting those reps and building that rapport back since you guys haven't really played that much this season really for a long time?
I mean, it's exciting. And, it was great to finally, get that, the prophesized offensive line out there versus the 49ers. Obviously, we didn't get the result we wanted, but it's exciting. And, we built up a lot of chemistry throughout practice and training camp. That was something that was super cool to see. And just like, we know what we can do as an offensive line. I'm sure the whole world knows what we can do, but just getting better, being more consistent every day, like just talking to the guys about some of the small ins and outs of the game, even as it occurs to me, because like, I'm a younger player, obviously, they have a lot of reps, they're very smart, they understand the system and things like that. So, as I pick up these keys and they're like, yes, sis, like, yeah, it's exciting for me. And so I think the sky is really the limit for us. And like a big thing for us is just putting in the work that we got to put in.
You get to wear the number 73. We all know that Larry Allen wore that number, one of the best offensive linemen in NFL history. Just what does it mean to be able to wear that number on your jersey? I
mean, it's huge and it's an honor. Obviously, when I came in, I actually asked for 56. Like I was like, because I had 56 my whole life from the age I was like 10. And then like I played with this random Pop Warner team, and I think I wear like 40 something or something. It was weird, 48 or something. But that's besides the point. But I had 56, and they were like, "Oh, lineman don't wear 56." And so they gave me the options, and I was like, "Man, let me get that 73." Okay. Like obviously because of Larry Allen, but I do think it's cool that my right guard, a guy by the name of Dylan Couch, like one of the nastiest linemen I ever played with. I'm talking, this dude is nasty. Like he embodied the attitude to perfection. He also wore 73, so I thought it was cool that, not only could I honor Larry, but in a way, like, it has a connection to, my college roots as well.
Well, listen, I got some fun questions. We call it the final drive. Let me get to those real quick. We're gonna rapid fire questions and then just try to answer it as quick as possible. What is your favorite movie? Dang, I started off hard already.
Already starting off hard. But I do like robots. As a kid, like I watched this movie called Robots, and it had like an interactive game thing on DVD. So I used to play the games on there too. So that was really cool.
Who's your role model?
My role model, definitely my mom. My mom taught me everything that I know. Taught me how to work. Taught me how to take care of myself. Like taught me how to run a household.
Who's your favorite Marvel character?
Wolverine.
Okay. Favorite cereal?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Okay, good choice.
But Fruity Pebbles is low-key came up in my adulthood. I didn't really eat Fruity Pebbles, but with some milk, quality.
Pretty fire. I'm a Raisin Bran.
Not healthy though. Kids, don't do it.
Don't eat that. Go-to karaoke song?
Staying Alive.
Okay, that's a good one. Who are you closest with on the team?
Who am I closest with? I'm kind of close with the whole line. I ain't gonna lie.
Are you a dog or cat person?
Dog. I have one dog, Anubis. He's 130 pounds, guys. Don't get oppressive. Like, for any regular nuclear family out here in America, do not get a Presa Canario. But I love him to death. He's obviously very affectionate, just a very large dog who thinks he's a puppy, so.
Okay, well that was so great. I'm so glad I got to get to know you. That'll do it for the first edition of First and 10. We'll see you guys next week.